guys, welcome back to my channel. I will here discuss about the big issue of the government that has just been brought up by Jokowi in the past few days, which is about moving the capital city outside Java. Before we agree that Jakarta was of a few countries in the world where the city of government and business center were put together, where many other countries have implemented the separation of government cities with business cities. For example, in America, Washington DC and New York. In Australia, Canberra and Sydney. The issue of transferring this capital has been around since the time of Sukarno. If you look at Indonesian history, you have also moved your government to Jogja at the time. This issue often arises, but never have been released. Almost every year this issue is raised, but this is only now being used as the idea. Moreover, this issue was issued at the time and select election, so many people wondered why it had to move the capital. And many said there must be capital reason for this. In my opinion, every presidential decision must have a political reason. It is impossible for the president to make a decision with only one political reason. Certainly, there are many other reasons for the decision to move the capital out of Java. And there are many issues saying that Jokowi underestimated the problem. It seems if you move the capital outside, if the problem would be resolved. If you ask me, it seems like Mr. Jokowi doesn't think the problem will be solved, but one way. The problem is to move the center of government. Because the risk is large enough to combine the central government and business center in the same city. For example, there is a large demonstration that will impact the economy. Indirectly, the demonstration will also hinder the business center. If it observed now, the distance between the president office and the DPR building is quite far and separated from the center of business center, such as a mall and so on. For example, Australia also moved its capital city, which used to be one with the business center in Sydney. Then, the center of its government was moved to Canberra. So, this is not very good matter for the transfer of the capital. The question that arose in my mind what to be moved, where, and when what I move. Mr. Jokowi only said that he will be moved outside of Java, and when this will not be possible in the near future, and will not be possible during the Jokowi administration. Some say it will to be done in the next 5 to 10 years. In my opinion, 5 to 10 years have not been moved yet. How complicated it is to make a big change in the government. We take the example of BPJS. In fact, the initial handling were already under the administration of Mrs. Megawati, but it can only be done during the Jokowi administration. Maybe what is going on for the next 5 years in development, and that is still a problem. Where is this? From ancient times, the issue was in Kalimantan, because there was very little risk of the disaster, but there was still one, namely forest fires. Which city do you want to move? Then it must be considered what's the misbuilt. Now, there are many government buildings that are not paying. Besides, the parliament mindset is not yet ambassador. It is not possible to move quickly. That along the building, a building like President Palace takes a long time, and is impossible to do quickly or in the next if I really agree with the transfer of capital, because this step is once solving the problem, and surely there will be many positive effects. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Bye.